Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're gearing up for your driving theory test and you want to make absolutely sure you pass on the very first try without breaking a sweat or, breaking down in tears, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're taking the trickiest 2026 UK theory test questions and transforming them into a rapid-fire, gamified challenge. I'm going to put you right in the driver's seat, really test your active recall, and help you lock in the logic behind the rules of the road. So let's make this fun, let's keep it focused, and let's get you ready. So here's our roadmap for today. We've got 5 quick rounds to get through. First, motorway rules and positioning. Second, handling driving emergencies safely. Third, decoding essential road signs. Fourth, awareness and defensive driving. And finally, round 5, the final crucial questions. Let's dive in. All right, kicking things off with round 1, motorway rules and positioning. Okay, let's jump right into your first active recall challenge. Picture a standard 3-lane motorway. Which vehicles are actually supposed to use that left-hand lane? Is it just for lorries, maybe just slow traffic? Take a second and lock in your guess. All right, time's up. The absolute golden rule of motorway driving is that the left-hand lane is for literally any vehicle that isn't actively overtaking. It's really that simple. All traffic should default to the left. Those middle and right-hand lanes, they're there exclusively for overtaking, or on dual carriageways occasionally for turning right. Once you've safely passed a slower vehicle, check your mirrors and get back over to the left. Hanging out in the middle or right lane when the left is wide open just frustrates everybody else and really messes up the flow of traffic. Now, what about the folks who are entirely prohibited from motorways? It's really all about vulnerability here. No pedestrians, no cyclists, and no motorcycles under 50cc. But watch out, because here's a classic test trap: powered mobility scooters. Honestly, unless you want to see a mobility scooter trying to merge at 70 miles per hour, just remember they are strictly prohibited, alongside certain slow-moving vehicles that don't have special police permission. Definitely memorize this checklist. Moving right along to round 2, handling driving emergencies safely. Okay, picture this. You're cruising along the motorway and suddenly, bam, your car just completely loses power. You manage to coast onto the hard shoulder and now you need to call for help. Why is it highly recommended to use an emergency roadside phone instead of just pulling out your personal mobile phone? Think about the logistics of being stranded on a motorway for a second. Well, it's all about location, location, location. A roadside emergency phone actually lets services instantly pinpoint exactly where you are. Trying to describe a random, featureless stretch of motorway from a mobile is nearly impossible. Now, if you absolutely must use your mobile, you need to find a marker post at the edge of the hard shoulder. Read them the number on that post so they know your exact spot and what direction you're traveling in. Let's tackle a really high-stakes braking question now. Say a child runs out into the road or a hazard pops up out of nowhere. Your car happens to be equipped with an anti-lock braking system, commonly known as ABS. How exactly do you apply that foot brake to stop safely in this emergency? So, the correct action here is to apply the brakes immediately, rapidly. And here's the key part: keep them firmly applied until you come to a complete stop. Whatever you do, do not pump the brakes. The electronic ABS system actually pumps them for you, much faster than humanly possible, to prevent skidding. You just press hard, press fast, and literally do not let go until the car is entirely stationary. All right, on to round 3, decoding essential road signs. Let's test your visual memory here. What specific shape and color combination of a sign basically shouts a negative order at you? In other words, a sign that clearly tells you what you absolutely must not do. Try to visualize the signs you pass by every single day. If you pictured a big red circle in your mind's eye, spot on. Generally speaking, signs in the shape of a circle give orders. But a sign with a bold red circle specifically means you aren't allowed to do something. Whether it's a speed limit you must not exceed or a no motor vehicles warning, that red circle is your instant visual cue to stop a certain action immediately. Okay, how about a situational hazard? Let's say you just drove through a Ford. And no, I don't mean the car brand, I mean a shallow stream crossing right over the road. What is the absolute first thing you must do with your brakes right after you exit that water? And more importantly, why? Because, well, they're wet. And wet brakes, frankly, just do not work as well as usual. To fix this safely, you need to apply light brake pressure while you're still moving slowly. That friction generates heat, which basically bakes the moisture right off and dries the brakes out. You never want to return to normal driving speeds until you're absolutely certain your brakes are fully responsive again.
Let's shift gears into round 4, awareness and defensive driving. We've all been there, right? You're stuck driving in a line of traffic, and the driver behind you is riding your bumper, following way, way too closely. What do you think is the smartest, safest, most defensive action you can take in this incredibly annoying situation?
Honestly, the right answer feels completely backwards at first. You do not brake check them, and you certainly don't speed up to appease them. You actually want to slow down gradually to increase the safety gap in front of you. Why? Well, if traffic ahead suddenly stops, having that massive gap gives you the room to brake very, very gently, which prevents the tailgater from smashing right into your rear bumper.
Speaking of keeping your distance, let's talk about some terrible weather conditions. Fog. When driving in thick fog, you are taught to keep well back from the vehicle in front of you. But what are the specific underlying hazards that make this rule an absolute must for your survival? It's basically a double whammy of danger. First off, the driver ahead has terrible visibility, meaning they might slam on their brakes without a second of warning. Second, fog means the roads are wet, and wet roads mean less grip and significantly longer stopping distances for you. You absolutely need that extra space just to survive the reaction time.
And here we are, round 5, the final crucial questions.
Okay, let's look at a classic paperwork question. These always trip people up. Say you're reading your car insurance policy, and it clearly states that you have an excess of 500 pounds. What exactly does that 500 pounds represent if you get into an accident?
That 500 pounds is exactly what comes out of your own pocket first, before the insurance company even thinks about paying a single penny towards a claim. It's your contribution. Having a higher excess will generally keep your monthly premium a bit cheaper, but if you do actually make a claim, you've got to be prepared to hand over that initial 500 pounds yourself.
So, how'd you do? Did you beat the quiz before I gave away the answers? Look, acing these scenarios is exactly how you build the bulletproof confidence you need to conquer your 2026 UK theory test. But here's the real question I want to leave you with. Are you studying just to pass a test on a computer, or are you studying to survive the unpredictable reality of the open road? Because passing the test is just the beginning. Stay sharp, stay curious, and please drive safe out there.